You've been doing all of the things. You've been eating better, saying no to gluten, cutting out dairy, taking your supplements, seed cycling, but your hormones still feel off. You feel tired, bloated, you've got hormonal acne, your cycle is all over the place, and you're basically wondering, what else can I do here? Well, I want to tell you something that has recently changed the way that I look at health. And it's the fact that hormone balance is so much more than food. When you address your hormonal health holistically, you start to focus on those parts of life that often just slip into the background. They're always there, but you rarely give them much attention, yet they feed how you feel about life, how fulfilled you feel, or if there's a quiet yet steady stream of anxiety bubbling beneath your surface. These things are your romantic relationships, your career satisfaction, your personal finances, your home environment, your sense of purpose. When those things are out of balance, they can dysregulate your hormones, even if you have the near perfect diet or exercise routine. So think about it. You could be eating all the right foods and meal prepping all the kale and quinoa you want, but if you're constantly stressed, worrying, overwhelmed at work, not getting enough rest, or feeling unsupported in your relationships, your body feels that. Your nervous system doesn't lie. Your cortisol rises, your insulin spikes, your progesterone drops, and your thyroid slows down. Inflammation creeps in, and your sleep starts to get messed up. And let's not even mention those fibroid, PCOS, endo symptoms. When your hormones are dysregulated, girl, those symptoms aren't going anywhere. And I totally get it, right? You're just trying to work hard, care for people, show up and show strong, but your body is tired and wearing out. That's why real healing requires more than just a healthy diet and tracking your cycle. Hormone balance requires connection to ourselves, not more work, and not trying to be that person that everyone can call upon and rely upon. Hormone balance requires slowing down, more self-reflection, more honesty, and looking beyond the food that you eat. I'm on my hormone journey at the moment as well. So I've had to get super honest with myself about the fact that, am I feeling happy and satisfied in my career? I'm having to ask myself, why haven't I prayed or read the Bible recently? Instead of just treating the surface level symptoms like hormonal acne or bloating, we have to go deeper and be brave enough to ask ourselves questions like, where in my life am I not feeling nourished, and what's draining me right now? In health coaching training, we're taught to use a tool with our clients called the Circle of Life. It's a self-assessment that helps you pinpoint where in your life are you feeling unbalanced. It makes you look at 12 different areas of your life, so you can ask yourself, what is draining me in this area? What's keeping me from feeling fulfilled? What's taking away my peace and ultimately keeping my hormones dysregulated? Once you see those areas of lack, you can't unsee them. From there, you create your foundation, your healthy habits that ground you across your whole life, not just your food, not just your exercise routine, healthy basics that support your health and wellness every single day. So here's what you truly need to start focusing on to create holistic hormonal health. Prioritize rest. Being still is just as important as being active, and part of prioritizing rest is giving ourselves mental rest as well. So if you're like me, you work in a desk job and you're sitting at your desk for hours on end, I like to set a timer on my phone for 40 minutes. So I'll work at my laptop for 40 minutes, the timer goes off, and I get up and stretch. I go downstairs to the kitchen and then come back upstairs. It's really just about trying to incorporate those regular small pieces of movement into your day. They say that sitting down for long periods is the new smoking. It's that bad for our health. So put a reminder on your phone to help you actually remember to get up and take a quick walk. Look out the window, find something quick to do around the house, and then come back to your desk and continue working. Your mental rest is important for your hormones, but also it is your physical rest as well. How many of us don't get enough sleep at night? A lot of us are scrolling on our phones until God knows when, all that blue light from the screens are messing up with our melatonin, disrupting our sleep-wake cycle. We're eating large and heavy meals way too close to bedtime. We're just doing so many things that disrupt our hormones, and we're wondering, why does my body feel so off? I like to take magnesium supplements around like in the evening time because they help with the melatonin production. You have the increased serotonin as well, which you can get from your diet. There are so many things that we can do to like make our sleep better and to get that quality, much needed sleep. So prioritize both your mental rest, but also your physical rest to support your hormones. And then when you wake up again in the morning, it's about moving your body in ways that you love and that feel enjoyable and freeing to you. I'm not really a treadmill girl. I'm just being super honest. I've got a walking pad downstairs and I haven't used that thing in maybe 8 months. I'm more of a cycling girl, so I like spinning. I like actually using my outdoor bike, dancing, like Grow with Joe. I've recently like rediscovered her YouTube channel, and it's nice to like move your body in a way that feels good, that doesn't actually feel like exercise. So find ways of movement that feel natural and freeing and feminine to you, that you'll incorporate into your lifestyle for the long term, as opposed to like just doing it for a couple of days and then falling off because it doesn't feel like natural and enjoyable to you. And then remember to like alter or adapt your exercise when you're during your luteal phase and when you're also on your period, because your body needs that rest and that slowing down season during those particular phases of your cycle. It's not about completely avoiding more intense forms of exercise, but it's about knowing when to do them during your cycle and for how long for, because heart health and cardiovascular health are also important. But it's about knowing when to do those more intense forms of exercise and then when to switch to those lighter, more gentle forms of exercise and nourish off of your plate. So this is all about surrounding yourself with people that make you feel good. You know, those healthy friendships, those healthy relationships. Set boundaries with people and also with work as well. Stop giving everyone hours of your time when you should be focusing on yourself and nourishing yourself first. I'm not saying that we should have no friends and give no one any of our time. There are actually studies that show that loneliness and self-isolation are linked to increased adrenaline and cortisol, which are stress hormones. It's really about being intentional with your time and spending your time with people that you actually enjoy spending time with. This will help boost your oxytocin, which is that love, feel-good hormone. Reduce your social media, and another way to boost your oxytocin is by tapping into your spirituality. Make that time for spiritual connection. Connect with God, pray, read the Bible. All of these things increase dopamine, oxytocin. Basically focus on nourishing yourself first so that you actually have something to give and pour out to others. Breathe. Like literally take time to breathe slowly and to focus on your breathing. I recently have been loving breath work. It's so relaxing and it just helps my busy mind like focus on something else for once. You can do some mindful breathing during your lunch break or in between meetings or as you're going for a walk. Or I've got a few breathwork apps on my phone and I just use them at night before I go to bed. And I often fall asleep whilst doing them because they're just like so relaxing and so balancing for your nervous system. But yeah, breath work is hugely important for hormonal health, as is connecting with nature. So when you're out on the way to work or taking a walk, actually noticing the trees, the plants, the birds, the sounds around you. Or if you're a homebody like me and you struggle to get out of the house, bringing some nature in. So bringing some plants into your space, or just opening the windows so that you can hear the bird song more clearly. Nature is extremely therapeutic and calming for our nervous system. It helps alleviate a lot of that cortisol, the stress that we're feeling, and it just makes us appreciate life more, right? And makes us feel grateful to even be alive. So connect with nature, connect with yourself, connect with your spirituality, and also connect to a sense of purpose. Try and find something that you value, something that is important to you aside from work, something that lights you up and that you do just for you, whether it's reading non-fiction or listening to music. Just increase that dopamine, those feel-good hormones, and just try and start filling your life with those things that add more meaning and more fulfillment to you. And guys, this is Editing Rachel here. As you can see, the sun has gone down, it's evening now, but I thought it would be best if I do add some information about the foods we should be eating to balance our hormones, because food is a crucial part of our hormonal health journey, and it's only right for me to include a section of that in this video, so I'll add that in now. Eating whole, minimally processed, nutrient-dense food. These help the body with detoxification, and they contain fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients, all of which support the body with hormonal balance and with hormone production. So your focus on your plate needs to be on fresh fruit and vegetables, healthy fats because they also support hormone health. Quality proteins are a must as well. These are all great sources of vitamin B6, which plays a key role in our hormone health. Also on your plate should be whole grains, herbs and spices, and overall try and buy food that doesn't come in a package. The less packaging your food comes in, the better, and the fewer labels your food has, the better as well. Our food shouldn't really need labels on it if it's fresh and locally sourced and good for us. Try to avoid meat and dairy that has synthetic added hormones. These disrupt your own hormone levels and can contribute to the growth of abnormal tissues. Think endometriosis and fibroids. Start cooking from home and also cook from scratch. This is your way to reduce your ultra processed foods, preservatives, additives, saturated fats, and lots of sodium. These all disrupt our hormone balance. A food philosophy that I've been really liking recently is crowd out versus cutting out. It's almost like tricking your brain and still giving your body some of the guilty pleasures that you know you're going to give into, but the bulk of your plate and your diet are filled with those fresh, nutritious and healthy foods. So you're crowding out a lot of the unhealthy, poorer choices because you've left hardly any space for them on your plate, and the bulk of what you're eating is the healthy foods that support your hormones, support your gut, and support your overall wellness. And if you feel like your diet just isn't nutritious enough, maybe you don't trust the source of the food that you're eating, or you feel like the soil is depleted and like nothing has any nutrients left in it, don't be afraid to supplement. It's usually ideal if you actually test what nutrients or minerals you're deficient in before buying a whole load of supplements, and also consult your healthcare provider as well, because there's no point like rushing out and spending tons of money on supplements you don't need. But supplements can be a healthy addition to a diet that just doesn't have all of the nutrients that your body needs. And I can't talk about nourishment without talking about hydration. A lot of us are low-key dehydrated. Our body is about 60% water, and literally every single one of the cells in our bodies need adequate hydration to function properly. So reduce the things that dehydrate you, the excess salt in your food, the caffeine, the alcohol, and try and swap them with water, or if you don't like the taste of water, drink herbal teas or add mint, peppermint, lemon to your water to just add a tiny bit of taste. These things all affect your health, your happiness, and your hormones. By tuning in and seeing our body as a whole being, our mind, body, and spirit, not just seeing our health as the food we eat or our exercise routine, that's when we truly start looking after ourselves. We can truly start to nurture our holistic health and our hormonal health too. So if your hormones have been dysregulated and you've been feeling like you want to give up, please don't give up. Your body isn't broken. You're not failing. You just need to take a more holistic approach to your hormonal health. Go beyond just food and supplements and start truly looking at your health as a whole. This is what the Hormone Sisterhood membership that I'm creating is all about. It's not just about education, like what hormone balance is and the things that contribute to hormonal balance. This is about actually changing your lifestyle and making long-term sustainable changes. It's about learning how to regulate your nervous system, how to balance and support your hormones, and how to look after yourself even if you have conditions like PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids, ovarian cysts. The journey towards hormone balance and holistic health, there's so many different aspects to it, and they're all interconnected and they influence each other. So just trying to address one or two aspects of our life, like our diet, our exercise, that's not going to work. We really need to look at the entire picture of our life and health and start bringing all these different aspects together. And that's what the Hormone Sisterhood membership is going to be all about. So doors are not open yet, but if you want to get yourself on the waiting list so that you're notified as soon as we launch, I'll leave the waitlist link in the description and as a pinned comment so you can get yourself on the wait list. Let me know if this video helped you, if anything resonated. Leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to engage with you. Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.